Do you think him and Bridgewater can head to the playoffs this season?
I think it's possible. I know. They're the defense, not great last year, still not going to be great probably this year. Probably not good enough for even a really good offense to overcome if you have continuity and all that stuff, which they don't with a new quarterback. I know all the reasons that you should not say the Panthers can make the playoffs. However, let me start with like the really stupid mainstream sports analyst guy take, okay? Bridgewater's a winner. Like except for his rookie season where he was pretty good and they had a pretty good record, he wins a lot more than he loses. Well, he's a game manager. Yep, but that can sometimes be exactly what you need. Now, I know you have turnover all over the place, and not just at quarterback, but at head coach, so you don't know what you're getting. But just because you don't know what you're getting, I'm not picking them to win the division, but just because you don't know what you're getting doesn't mean it's impossible that you're getting something good. Especially when, you have a guy like Brady who was highly sought after, you may be getting something very good. And if you look at Bridgewater's track record, and then you look at McCaffrey, the kind of weapon he has there, if you want to focus on those two guys, McCaffrey just put up one of the greatest running back seasons ever. And I know, Stephen A., nowadays a lot of that is because running backs are not just running backs. That's right, but he right now is the best example of that. He's all world, McCaffrey. And Bridgewater, look, when Cam went down, again, I know a different quarterback, different coach, they were good. I mean, with the original shoulder injury, they were pretty good. And they got pretty bad. Not like awful last year. They won five games last year. If they improve upon that 3 or 4 games, which is possible, they'll be in contention.
Well, you know something, Max? You used the word, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Guess what? If I go to Hair Club for Men, I might not have a receding hairline any longer. You know what I'm saying? If I learn the UFC and master it, I might be able to shine Joe Rogan's shoes. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I might be able to do. If I studied boxing even more, I might be able to work alongside Max Kellerman. I mean, damn. I mean, there's a whole lot of ifs, Max Kellerman. I mean, I guess anything's possible. If that's your argument, congratulations. The answer to the question, however, is hell no. They're not going anywhere this year. You got Teddy Bridgewater, a relatively pedestrian quarterback. Christian McCaffrey's all-world. I get that. 1,300 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving, over 116 receptions, rather. This brother is all-world, no question about it. Matter of fact, I think it's the reverse effect of I called it racial discrimination, for crying out loud. If Christian McCaffrey were black, we would have been talking about how lethal this brother was coming out of Stanford, because he's that legit, he's that big time. But I don't think they have much of a team. You got a first-year coach in Matt Rule, who was a college coach last year, as opposed to an experienced guy knowing the NFL like a Ron Rivera. Your offense is a big compromise. They got DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson there, but I mean, these brothers could play, but are they all world? No. Then you got to take into account their defense, like you brought up. I don't need to regurgitate that point. And then last but not least, how about the division they're playing in, let alone the conference? You got Atlanta in there. You've got New Orleans, obviously, and now Tom Brady and Tampa. I assume Carolina will be in last place. That's how I'm looking at it. I mean, they might battle with Atlanta for it, but I think they're going to be in last place in the division. There's no way, as far as I'm concerned, that they're making the playoffs. I'm not even thinking about them as the playoff team. I'm just thinking about the combination of Bridgewater with McCaffrey and what chemistry is there and how they develop. I don't think they're doing anything other than that this year.
Well, you may be right. They're not a bad pick for last place in that division, but I'll remind you of something. Joe Brady, after the season that Burrow just had, was among the most sought-after coaches at any level in the world. And that's the offensive coordinator, Stephen A. So it's Teddy Bridgewater, who's only basically won twice as much as he's lost as a quarterback in the NFL post-rookie season. He's been better than that. With an offensive coordinator who everyone seemed to want, and the best running back, hybrid receiver, everything guy in the world at the moment. I mean, I love Saquon Barkley, but just based on the evidence off the last season, even couple seasons, you'd have to say it was McCaffrey. So, yes, they're also not a bad pick to finish last in that division, but I would not rule them out for playoff contention even with a defense that was bad and retooled in the offseason. Maybe it gets worse. I still wouldn't rule him out.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.